Contact made. Murphy goes down along with Nico, and the puck dangles behind the boards. Bit of a fight here as the puck is loose. And into the offensive zone for the Panthers. Murphy. 2 defensemen coming at him. Loses his stick, but he's still trying to play. It's sent over to Boatwright. Boatwright, puck is loose from him, and it's slapped back in by Lindauer. Puck is still behind the net. Lindauer looking to chase it. Beating him to it is Clark. Now on the other side is Schliebner. He can't hold on to it, and the puck dangles into the neutral zone. Sends it back off the boards. In the middle of the ice now. Here's Boatwright. Sending it over to his teammate, then back to him. Boatwright looking for a pass out in front. But a great job by Lindauer to keep that thing out. And another save by DiFilippo. And here we are in defensive zone for the Panthers. They are doing their best to keep this puck out in front of the net. They do not want that puck going in front. They know how dangerous it can be, and they're doing a pretty good job so far here, Luke. And now some physicality. You're seeing the physicality come out. Throwing the bodies out there, not even playing the puck. They're just trying to lay them out, and that stick is still loose in the middle of the ice.
They're just going out of here. Like, it feels like they care more about hurting each other. Another big haymaker right there.
Yeah, these teams do not like each other right now, and you can feel the energy. Lynn dumping it in. It's taken away by Kavica. Now back by Lynn, and his wrist shot saved off DiFilippo. It's Rintala sending it back behind to Lynn. Lynn guarded by Pyatt. And now it's taken by Scheffel. Scheffel loses control. It's Turner sending it up to his teammate, Clark, who's going to flip it up into the offensive zone. And it's sent back. Dumping it in was Kavica. Beating him to it was Maxfield. He sends it around the net to his teammate. Kicking it away is Scheffel into the neutral zone. And the hits continue to go. And you're hearing some fans say, play the puck. But right now they are not interested in it, Luke. They are interested in the bodies.
And sometimes, especially in a physical game like this, the emotions run a little bit high. You don't always think like maybe you should. And you go in there and you give a little bit of a body when you probably shouldn't do that. But you know what? It happens. That's why they play it like they play it. It's because you settle it out on the ice. And that's what they're doing so far. These are two teams that do not like each other, and it's shaping up to be a good one here.
And 10:17 left to play in the first. On the face-off is Gorski. He'll win it. Picked up by Ringstad. Ringstad behind the net. Looking for a teammate. He passed it up top. This wrist shot deflected up over the net into the netting. That wrist shot was by Ripley. Powerful, but deflected away by what looked to be Scheffel.
And just not a whole lot of shots here, really for either team, but especially for High Point. Just not a whole lot of shots here. So to try to get something going, I mean, it's nice, but you want to have maybe something that doesn't go up quite up in the nets.
Sillo win that face-off. And the Colonials take control into the neutral zone. Nico, poke checked away by Brown, and here come the Panthers. It's Fallon. Making a dangle there, but he won't get by him. And Cisna will hold on to it, and here we go, behind the net. Little contact made. They were going at it, and then all of a sudden the ref stopped it. Great job by them to beat him to it, not let that fight happen so early on.
Some hands being thrown here, but and don't let that take away from the fact that that was a really, really impressive move by Nick Fallon to get that puck in between two defenders. I mean, if he hadn't gotten grabbed, he probably would have actually had a chance to get that one off. It would have been a highlight-level play to say that.
He tried to send it around him, but just couldn't succeed at it. And we're going to have a face-off here in the Panthers zone as they will win it. Chance in front, Fallon poke checked away as he loses it, and it's picked up by Witherspoon. Witherspoon sends it up to Cilia, but he can't hold on, and now he will. In front of the net, this backhand save by DiFilippo off the right leg. He came across the middle. He was heavily guarded by a defenseman, but just couldn't finish. And now the Panthers take control in their own zone. Holding on to it is Gorski. Into the middle, and now into the neutral zone. Couple moves made by Gorski. Here he comes into the offensive zone. Attacking the net. Now behind the net. Gorski tries to send it out in front. Deflected away by Malloy. And now the Panthers are forced to reset. They will. Here comes Ringstad. It's a 2-on-1. Pass out in front. Save made by Cisna. Great 2-on-1 opportunity. Another chance here. And Cisna will cover up. What a play that was. Ringstad to Fallon, and it was no good on that 2-on-1. And here we go, a little bit more of a scruffle behind the net as Lynn gets into it for the Colonials. And I believe it's Gorski for the Panthers, but we'll take another look once he shows that number. The refs are talking to him a little bit.
Yeah, and some words being exchanged here between these two teams. And once again, another really impressive play by Ringstad to get it to his teammate. And then another opportunity to try to knock it in there. Just really good goaltending, good offense to move that thing around. Unfortunate that the conflicts are kind of overshadowing that here.
Face-off win, shot, deflected into the net, he scores! Are you kidding me? A deflection puts it behind Cisna, and the Panthers lead 1-0.
And sometimes you just get lucky. You just get lucky. Sometimes the puck will bounce your way, and it does. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
And I was just going to talk about Luke Riggio and Lynn getting into it, and there he is off the face-off. He picks it up, rips a shot, it's deflected in. And you can't complain, man. Any goal that you can get counts. And 1-0, Panthers lead here early.
That's why you talk of your actions. You talk of your game instead of your mouth.
Great job by the Panthers there to answer first. A hard hit. These two are going at it. What looked to be Lindauer and Maxfield. Taking control now is the Colonials. It's Rintala. Hard hit by Marchiota to put a body on it. And the Panthers will take control in their own zone. 8:26 left to play here in the first. Coming across for Colonials. Pass out in front. This shot missed wide. Rebound will be covered up by DiFilippo. And here's a push. Lindauer pushing down Boatwright. And the refs get involved.
I believe that was Lynn that got pushed down. And he's clearly not the favorite here by these High Point Panthers. They're not liking him too much.
First he was up with Riggio, and now what looked to be Lindauer.
And he's got smiles on his face. This is the kind of game he likes, clearly.
A high physical game. A lot of hockey players love it. You can't hate it. It's fun to watch. It's fun to play. But we're going to have a power play here for the Colonials because of it. So 2 minutes of 5-on-4 for the Colonials, and that is not what you want if you're a Panther here.
Now, I would almost say it's a sick strategy by Eastern Kentucky, but wow.
Rintala on the face-off. Pass out in front. This shot. Save made by DiFilippo. He'll lay down and cover it. What a job that was by DiFilippo. He's had himself a game so far, Luke. Cross was on the rebound there on the left side. Second chance opportunity. He did a great job to lay the body out and stop that puck.
How many times has DiFilippo made a play tonight? Oh, my goodness. And we're still in the first period. Wow.
Plenty of game left. And 1:48 left to play on this power play. On the face-offs, Rintala, who wins it. Daniels dumps it back in for the Colonials. Panthers try to clear it. They will successfully. And the Colonials are forced to reset. Rintala chasing the puck down. Behind him for the Panthers is Turner. Now with it is Nico. Nico trying to make a move around Pyatt, and he will. Pyatt lays the body down to try and stop him, but won't succeed. It's Cross dumping it in. Stopped by Ringstad. Ringstad tries to ice it, but it's stopped by Daniels. Daniels dumps it back in, and the Panthers clear it once again. 7:26 left to play in the first. 1:07 left on the power play. Here comes Rintala. Rintala in front of the net. This shot save made by DiFilippo. Backhand missed wide. And now a little bit of contact here chasing the puck. Panthers will succeed at doing their job and clear this puck out of the ice. Cisnick steps out of the net, stops it for his teammate. And Daniels looking to start something new for the Colonials. Just 42 seconds left on the power play.
And recently especially, this High Point team has been really, really good at stopping the power point and their power kills. They've already done it once today, and it looks like they are very, very close to doing it again.
Trying to keep control as the Colonials. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Silla sends it over. Boatwright chasing down, taking it around the net, looking for the pass out in front, but a great stop there by the Panthers. Second chance opportunity. It floats away from Lynn. He'll hold on to it now as he chased that down. Sends it back to his teammate, Boatwright. Pass intended for Lynn. Lynn sends it back up to Maxfield. Maxfield dumps it back in around the boards. Boatwright picks it up on the other side. Boatwright trying to make a move, but it's poke checked away. And here come the Panthers. Evangelista now sending it over to Clark. Clark shot save off the right blocker of Cisna. And we're going to have another face-off here, this time in the Panthers' offensive zone with 6:03 left to play.
And even if that didn't end up being a goal and end up being the way you wanted it to be, at the end of the day, that was a really good job to move that puck down the field, get it to your teammate, and let them rip it.
Well, it was a great timing play there, Luke, as we were back to even strength, and a great game knowledge to figure that out and realize you have your opportunity there, your teammate there.
There's a lot of high IQ on this team, and it shows.
Great chance there by Turner, but another stop by Cisna. Both goalkeepers living up to that name right now. 5:56 left to play. And we're going to have one more face-off again in the Panthers' offensive zone. It's Ian Brown taking it for the Panthers. And Rintala taking it for the Colonials.
And Ian Brown, man, he is so fast.
Yeah, one of the fastest skaters on this team. You can see him move when he goes. Always there, always putting pressure on. One of those valuable players for the Panthers. And here's Schliebner now on the other side. Chased down by Cross. Puck slips by into Witherspoon's hands. Sends it over to Rintala. And the Panthers are continuously putting pressure on this. No penalty on that one as he slipped and fell. Almost looked like a trip, but it wasn't. Schliebner, as it hits off the skate of Ian Brown, and they're going to call offsides because of it. It looked like it just slipped out of that offensive zone, and the refs got it.
It's good job by the ref right there to catch that.
It was very close. It was almost debatable, but he saw it better than we did. And we're going to have a face-off just outside the Colonials' defensive zone. On the face-off for him, Silla. And on the face-off for the Panthers will be Pearl, the assistant captain. He's been a big player for them all year long, and he's shown it again today. Oh, pass intercepted. This shot missed wide. Great interception by Marchiotta in front of the net, but just didn't get it on net. Oh, hard hit on that right side of the ice. I don't know if the camera caught it, and we have a delayed penalty because of it. Yeah, they caught that one. Riggio laying the body out on Daniels. Nowhere near the puck on that one, and they got him for that. Another 2 minutes coming for the Colonials.
And, I mean, early on today, it's just been there hasn't been a whole lot of discipline here in the mind in terms of the mental game here for High Point. They've had multiple penalties of this nature here, and, you know, you love the physicality, you love the passion, but you just got to be a little bit smarter than that. And maybe in another game where it wasn't as physical, they don't call that, but in this game, they're going to call that every time.
Pearl wins the faceoff for the Panthers, and then the pass is deflected up into the boards and hit off the bench, so the whistle will blow. So as you were saying, Luke, yeah, the power play is one of their strengths. That's something you don't want to give them. If we know how many goals they've had, they have 18 power play goals on the season. We know that that's their strength. We want to try and avoid the box, and the Panthers so far are not doing a great job of that. But we'll see what they can do here as the game continues with 4:58 left to play in the first and 1:53 left to play in the power play.
They've been lucky they've been so good at killing the power play.
We'll see if they can keep that up here. Turner chasing down for a hit, just missed him. And now they're going to have a 5-on-3. Heading into the offensive zone. It's Rintala, realizing the numbers, trying to find a man. Pass out in front, stopped by Ripley. Staying in the zone for the Colonials. It's picked up by Daniels. Sent down to Silla. And they're forced to reset. Silla now. Heading into the offensive zone, drops it back to Lynn. Lynn across the middle. It's Boatwright. Boatwright's wrist shot deflected off the skate of Ringstad. And now into the front. Slap shot there, missed wide. Picked back up. His wrist shot saved by DiFilippo. That was Rintala on the chance. But Evangelista will grab hold of it and clear it with just 3:26 left to play and 53 on the power play.
And Jimmy, I will praise this. I will preach this forever, all right? This is where this game becomes a mental game. When you are in situations like this where you are down a man and it's physical, this is where you got to be smart and not think with your head, not think with your heart or think of your emotions. You got to think logically.
Witherspoon stops it, sends it over to his teammate. That wrist shot missed wide. That was Nico on the chance. picked up by Cross. Cross sends it up. Witherspoon with it. Back down off the boards to Cross. They're realizing they only have 18 seconds left on this power play. That pass was intended for Rintala, but dangles loose, and now they're forced to reset with just 10 seconds left on this power play. Great poke check there by Fedorov. And he's going to grab a hold of it once again and kill this power play off. We're back to even strength.
That's the third power play kill today here for High Point. That is insane.
Very strong start.
First period.
First period, you can't let up 3 power plays, but if you're gonna, the 3 power play kills are very important, so great job by the Panthers so far. Puck floats out in front on the right side, a second chance opportunity by Riggio, but Cisna says no.
And yeah, I mean, both these goalies here have been on point. Really strong performance here by these goalies. Came out here to play. Can't really say much more than that.
So 1-0, the Panthers still lead. 2:42 left to play in the first. On the face-off is Fallon for the Panthers. And it's Silla for the Colonials. Grabbing a hold of it, Silla. He's trying to tangle him up, but Fallon will poke check it away. And behind the net it rolls. Gorski sends it up. This wrist shot deflected away. That was Schliebner's. Ian Brown picks it up. And here comes a great move there by Gorski, but nobody was home. Gorski takes it back up to Brown. Brown down to Gorski. Great little puck movement here by these two. Gorski settling it down over to Brown. Brown back up to Gorski. His wrist shot, no good. As it went above the net, but the Panthers hold on. Gorski with it. He sends it down to Fallon. Fallon tries to make a move. Little give and go there. No good as it glides away. And then Boatwright clears it and forces the Panthers to reset. Schliebner tries to send it into the neutral zone. It's stopped by Cross and dumped to his teammate, Silla, who has a chance in front of the net. 2 defenders crash on him, and Brown does a great job to stop it. Trying to keep it in there was Rintala. He didn't succeed as they were forced to reset. And now Brown comes the other way. Here we're seeing the speed of him as he just lost the puck. They had numbers 3-on-2. Couldn't hold on to it, but here we go again. Brown, wrist shot. He scores! Ian Brown, a second chance opportunity. And the Panthers lead 2-0.
And Ian Brown, he was wide open, had nothing but ice in front of him, and just takes a shot. And sometimes those shots are going to go in, and really not much you can do there if you're the goalie.
And it was a 3-on-2 to start it. They didn't succeed the first time, but it came right back to them. And what a job that was by Ian Brown to score and put the Panthers up 2-0.
Like the great Thomas Edison would say, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Love it from the Panthers here as they start off 2-0 in the first with 1:14 left to play. So on the defensive side here was Daniels clearing it up, but it's taken back by the Panthers. Ringstad sends it off the boards. It's picked up by Pearl and dumped into the offensive zone. 58 seconds left to play. 2-0 Panthers lead. Here's Rintala sending it across the middle to his teammate, Nico, who heads into the neutral zone. 4 Panthers defensemen compared to 2 offensemen for the Colonials on that attack. Now they're all into the zone, and Maxfield dumps it back in. It's Nico. Behind the net, tries to pass it, but it's deflected up over and picked up by Cross. Hard hit there by Ringstad, and they're going to call it. And the referees are signaling what looks to be a power play for the Panthers. I believe it's going to be on Nico. Oh, no, it looks like 2 guys are going to the box now. Nico for the Colonials, and for the Panthers, look to be Ripley. So both players going at it, and we're going to have 4-on-4 here for the final 27 seconds of the first period. It looks like they're actually going to call it concurrent penalties here, and we're going to keep it 5-on-5. But both players are in the box for 2 minutes. It's a little bit of a unique decision here, Luke, for the refs, but they're trying to slow the physicality down a little bit. And they're changing the call again. So another player heads to the box. It's Lynn this time for the Colonials. So now it looks to be a 5-on-4 for the Panthers. very unique and honestly some rare calls going on. But with 27.8 seconds left, we're going to have a 2-minute power play for the Panthers.
And I would say in my unbiased opinion that I think taking Lynn out of the game might be a little bit of a help if you want to slow down this physicality. He's been getting it on with a lot of different guys here.
And a face-off win for the Panthers. Ringstad couldn't hold on to it. And it's cleared by the Colonials. So 14 seconds left to play. DiFilippo races out to beat the Colonial to it. And now 8 seconds as we head down to the final. A minute 37 left on that power play. We're going to have a minute 30 in the second period to start it for the Panthers as we close out the first. 2-0 Panthers lead. Luke, it's been very physical to start. We predicted that, as we know that the Colonials lead this series 2-0 so far, and the Panthers really want this game. What are your thoughts here on the first?
There's plenty of physicality here, like you said, and a whole lot of excitement. I'm really excited to see here what these shooters are going to be able to do. And you have two great performances from two really good goalies here, so just a whole lot of great things to look forward to in these final two periods. I mean, I'm just so excited to keep calling this game and to see how it works out.
Definitely exciting game left to play here. 2 more periods of action of High Point Panther hockey coming back soon as we take a few minute break. Live back here at Greensboro Ice House, High Point, North Carolina. It's time for some second period action between the High Point Panthers and the Eastern Kentucky Colonials. I'm Jimmy Rosselli, joined by my partner Luke Lee. Luke, it's been a very action-packed first period, a lot of physicality, a lot of great saves made by both goalkeepers. What are you expecting here in this second period?
I expect it to continue here. You said it. A whole lot of physicality here. Neither of these teams like each other. This is their third time playing. They're going to play one more time in, very short period of time. So these two teams, the physicality is going to continue. The high shots are going to continue, and I believe the high goalie play is going to continue. Both these goalies really, really strong play tonight.
Something to note, 3 power plays for the Colonials in the first period, just 1 for the High Point Panthers. They continue that power play into this second period with 1 minute and 32 seconds still left starting this second period. It's a big opportunity for the Panthers to extend this lead to 3.
And we talk about the power play. Eastern Kentucky is really good at the power play. 18 goals scored this season for it. Over 3 tonight.
We'll see if that can continue for the Panthers or if the Colonials can break that. But to start right now, the Panthers will have a 5-on-4 lead with the man up. Ian Brown on the faceoff against Rintala, and Rintala will win it. But it'll seek back right to the Panthers. And here we go. Second period action, Greensboro Ice House. Looking for an exciting one. Ringstad with it. He'll send it up over to his teammate, Gorski. Gorski into the neutral zone. He'll slow it down, realizing he's got numbers. 1 minute 08 left in the power play. Sends it up top to Ringstad. Ringstad fakes a slap shot. Sends it across to Fallon, who misses that shot wide, but it bounces back up. Up top is Ringstad. Down to Fallon. He was looking for the slap shot. Pass was no good. They're going to reset with Ringstad up top. That wrist shot trying to get through, but it's saved off the right leg of Cisna. Coming across the middle now. Fallon rips a wrist shot. No good. Panthers keep control. 43 seconds left on this power play. Brown with it behind the net. Passes it out in front, but it's poked away by Daniels. Now in front. The Panthers wrist shot. No good as it misses wide. That was Brown with it. He'll take it back. Send it up to his teammate Fallon. Fallon back down to Ringstad. Ringstad across the middle. His wrist shot. No good. Slapping it away. Panthers keep it in. Trying to clear it is Daniels. He'll succeed and force the Panthers to reset. 14 seconds left on the power play. Here comes Fallon. Trying to make a move. A great poke check there by Cilia as he falls, but the Panthers now with an opportunity. Coming in is Riggio. Riggio tries to make a move as it hits off the skate of Younger and floats behind the net. Daniels trying to keep control using his body, but great job by the Panthers to take it back. Here comes Lynn as that one smacked up. That was crossed, slapped up into the netting, and we're going to have a face-off outside the Colonials' defensive zone.
And even though that didn't end up going the way that you would like if you were the Panthers, no goals here. They had a ton of shots and just a whole lot of high IQ passes right there to get it out there, get it to the open guy. You're going to understand you have a man, you're going to have an open guy. And they did that, took what the defense gave them, and overall just some nice movement.
Yeah, a lot better of a job by the Panthers to slow the puck down and keep it moving, realizing they had that man up. But we're back to even strength now with 18:05 left to play in the second. And taking it into the neutral zone was Lynn for the Colonials, but no good. And they're forced to dump it in. Maxfield on the dump. Beating them to the puck with Schliebner. And now it's passed up over to Clark. Clark now into the offensive zone. Drops it off to Murphy. Murphy's wrist shot missed wide. It's picked up by Evangelista on the other side. Looking for a pass in the middle. 2 defenders collide, and they'll poke check it away. Witherspoon sends it around the boards. Taken back by Evangelista. Sent across. This wrist shot saved off the stick. A rebound in front of the net. Puck is still loose, but the defenseman will take it away. That's Boatwright. And here we go for the Colonials. Great job by both defensemen to jump up on him and take that puck away. But it'll float right back over to Maxfield, who tries to dump it in. Flips it up into the neutral zone. It's Evangelista chasing it down. Witherspoon slaps it away, and we're going to have a whistle blown for a face-off in the Panthers' offensive zone.
Another great opportunity for High Point here to try to get something going here with offense. Really early on in the first period, they really struggled. It was mostly Eastern Kentucky, but since then, I feel like it's almost been all High Point, especially just with a lot of shots here. Obviously, you have the 2-0 advantage here, so looking to build on that.
It was Pearl on the face-off against Rintala. And the Colonials take it away here. So a face-off win goes to him, and Rotalo will take control into the middle. Now in the Colonials' offensive zone, it's Nico behind the net. Nico sends it up top to Scheffler. Rintala now tries to get it, but it'll float away. Here's Kavika as a line change happened for the Panthers earlier on. Younger tries to dump it in, but it's poke checked away by Kavika, and he'll pick it up. 16:32 left to play in the second. 2-0 Panthers lead. Looking to start some offense now. Marchiota off the boards. It's slapped down by Daniels. And here comes the offense for the Panthers. Marchiota sends it up top. His wrist shot saved. Pearl's wrist shot from the top. Marchiota found him, but no good as Cisna snags it with the glove.
And Cisna, both Cisna and DiFilippo, both tonight have really been on their game here. And I know we're talking about how great the goalie's been playing, but another great example of High Point getting that puck around, trying to dish it out to different guys. Another shot right there.
On the face-off was Pyatt, and for Kentucky was Boatwright. Panthers have it in the offensive zone. Trying to gain control as the Colonials. And they will as Lynn holds on to it. Lynn, again, more physicality targeted towards Lynn as he lays him out. He's been in the scraps all night tonight. That hit made by Pyatt. And the Panthers now with a chance in their offensive zone. Again, Pyatt went after the body there on Lynn, not even after the puck. They are continuing that physicality, Luke. Still trying to just pummel him. But it's not going to work here as the Colonials will take control. Clean, the ref calls, and Boatwright with it. Snagged away by the Panthers. Here they come on the offensive zone. On the strike, it's Pyatt. His wrist shot deflected and hit off his own teammate Ringstad. As the Colonials will take it back, it's Nico sending it up into the neutral zone. Lost it, and here we go. An offensive, the whistle blows. So we're going to have a face-off outside of the zone. No penalty called. Just the whistle. I think it hit off his high. I don't know what that was. Waiting for a signal.
And whatever it was, Kentucky got lucky because there was nothing but ice right there for him. And that was really that was a one-on-one waiting to happen with the goalie.
Yeah, he tapped on the knee. I don't know what the call was, though. He didn't really make the signal from what it looked like. I believe it was offsides. So Rintala and Brown on the face-off there. Colonials with it now in their own offensive zone. Taking it away. You're seeing the speed of Brown here as he's flying by, trying to keep control, but he can't as he had 3 defensemen crash. And now Colonials with a chance as they got numbers. Catching up was the Panthers. Forced to send it off the boards. Here's Scheffler. Trying to pass it out in front, but a great job by Pyatt to stop him. And here comes the Panthers now. Puck floats loose, body's thrown. And the puck stays behind the net, behind Cisna. Colonials take control. That's Nico. Passes it over to Daniels, who sends it up. Over to Cilia. Cilia into the offensive zone. He's looking to try and make a move around. But Brown forces him outside. And then flipped up into the netting by Lindau. And we're going to have a face-off in the Panthers' defensive zone.
Not a whole lot of face-off opportunities for Eastern Kentucky in their offensive zone. It's mostly been High Point here, especially recently.
And 14:03 to play. 2-0, they have the lead. So they got to try and kickstart that momentum again. One team's looking to cut the deficit down. The other's looking to extend it. On the face-off is Cilia, and he'll win it. His wrist shot save made by DiFilippo. And now picked up and sent around the net. Fedorov trying to gain control. Puck is loose. Now on it is Clark. He'll send it around the net. Murphy chasing it down. Cilia coming to put the body on him. Puck dangles loose into the neutral zone. Slapped back in by Maxfield. Fedorov behind the net now. 13:31 left to play in the second, excuse me. And the puck dangles loose. He took the stick almost out of Evangelista's hand there as they got tangled up. Would have been a great opportunity for him. DiFilippo chooses not to cover up, sends it to his teammate. And the Panthers now trying to charge. In the neutral zone, this is Clark cutting across the middle. Getting a stick on it was Cross, stopping that play. Evangelista tries to dump it in. A couple deflections as it almost went into the net there, but just missed wide. We already had one of those tonight, Luke. Almost had a second.
Just got lucky there. Lucky it didn't bounce in High Point's favor.
Rentala sends it around the boards. It's lost as Fedorov couldn't get there. And an icing's called as they're the first to the puck.
And not a whole lot of icing calls here tonight.
Yeah, they've been doing a very good job of keeping control and not really clearing it. They're looking for their fellow teammates close by, but a lot of bodies being thrown, and it's just forcing them to lose the puck and get it going the other way here. But we're going to have a face-off in the Colonials' defensive zone. Taking it is Rentala for Kentucky. And for the other side, it's Pearl, the assistant captain for the Panthers. Cross will take it. Send it off the boards to his teammate Lynn, who tries to get it out, but it's kept in by Ripley. Whistle blown for an offsides.
And a little bit more lighthearted here compared to a little bit earlier. Seeing some smiles here, some laughs. It's good to see considering how this game started.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a momentum switch there. Rentala and Pearl again on this face-off. They've been battling out all night long. Grabbing it off the face-off was Riggio, trying to keep control, but it's poke checked away by Younger. Now up into the bench. And another face-off coming outside that zone.
Just kind of a desperation shot right there. Just try to get something going, but didn't go the right way.
That's what's going on here. Just both teams looking for an opportunity. They're actually going to put this face-off in the middle of the zone. Middle of the ice, excuse me. And same players taking it. It's Pearl again against Rentala. We've been talking about that battle all night long. It's been pretty good back and forth on the face-off so far. See how it continues. Puck gets loose in front of the net, but it's slapped away by Pearl and floats into the defensive zone of the Colonials as an icing's called, and we're going to send it back over to the Panthers with 12:09 left to play.
And it's really been one-sided here in terms of how much time each team has spent in their offensive zone. High Point, a whole lot of time, especially just recently since their really rough start. And if there's one positive from the High Point perspective of having to take a face-off in your own defensive zone is maybe you get another chance to see Steven DiFilippo, who's been excellent.
So Pearl again on the face-off for the Panthers. Cilia this time for the Colonials. What a pass up in front. Great find for Riggio. Riggio in front of the net. Save made by Cisna. What a chance for the Panthers that was. But a great stop by Cisna to say no. And now we're heading the other way as Lynn tried to keep control, but it's sent away by Brown. Floats over to Younger. Sends it off the boards. And here comes the Colonials with a chance. This wrist shot. Right save by DiFilippo. He had all the space in the world there, boat right. And the wrist shot just couldn't get by DiFilippo. So forced to reset here is the Colonials. Ian Brown continuing that hard defense. Cilia had a stick and he tossed it to him. Good sportsmanship there. And now holding on to it is Lynn. Got tangled up with his teammate. Here it comes the other way. Ringstad, 2-on-1. Ringstad, wrist shot, save, rebound. No good. Two great saves by Cisna. He had numbers. Chose not to pass to Gorski. Took the shot himself, and the rebound by Gorski. He tried it, but just Cisna with two great saves. Keeping that puck out of the net and keeping this lead down to 2.
Oh, my goodness. Both of these goalies, man, they came to play.
Right. With a chance there, and the second chance no good. DiFilippo's been incredible so far. Keeping this lead for him. Here comes Gorski on the other way. Gorski around the net. Pass out in front. His shot save by Cisna. And here we go. It's been back and forth for the past minute here. Wrist shot there by Rentala. But DiFilippo again says no. What a job by these two goalkeepers. Again, back and forth for the past minute and 30 seconds there. It's been action-packed so far, Luke.
And we often talk about, and we often give the goalies their credit and their kudos when they make a play. But that, especially this past 90 seconds or so many opportunities to score. And the goalies just come up clutch for both of these teams.
Rintala on the faceoff against Murphy. Colonials win it, but Evangelista takes it away, and here we go into the neutral zone. Sends it around his defenseman, trying to beat him there. But a great job by Rintala to use his body and keep him on the outside of that puck, turn it the other way, and force the fast break to be broken up. So here's Cross behind his own net. Sends it off the boards, chasing it down to Evangelista. Right behind him is Rintala. Back down into the corner. It's Pyatt going up against Witherspoon. Fighting for that puck. It floats away over to the Colonial side. Rintala tries to send it up, but it's dropped back down. Murphy shot save made by Cisna again. Great job by Murphy to slap it down, but just couldn't sneak it by. Puck still dangling out in front, but it's taken away by Rintala. Rintala into his own offensive zone. 2 defensemen on him, trying to throw a body on him there with Schliebner. He'll succeed as these two go at it a little bit. Pyatt now on the other side. Pyatt sends it up, couldn't hold on to it. Pass was intended for Murphy, but just dangled through him. And then Witherspoon's tried to flick it up over the rest of the squad there, but it just hit off the roof, and we're going to have another whistle.
And that was a whole lot of action there. A whole lot of action.
No doubt. Back and forth play for these two in the past couple minutes. The energy has clearly picked up here as we're closing in on about halfway through the second period. 9-10 left to play. Still 2-0 Panthers lead.
In a 2-0 game, I feel like that score is almost misleading because it's been neck and neck outside of a couple plays that have bounced High Point's way.
That's how it goes here, Lucas. Pearl was on that faceoff but just couldn't win it. And now it's sent out to the Panthers for a reset. Kavicka tried to send it across to his teammate there, Fedorov. And the Panthers take control now. Kavicka sending it across the boards. Picked up by Marchiota. Chasing it down as he dumps it into the zone. Pass across into the middle. He was intending for somebody there, but nobody was home. But it's a great stop by Kavicka. Pass across the middle there, no good. It was intended for Riggio. They are trying to get that open look in front of the net, but are just not succeeding. Very close calls here for the Panthers so far. As we take it the other way, it's Cilia. Cilia trying to make a move, but DiFilippo gets that leg down and stops it. Now sending it the other way. Kavicka drops it back down to Brown, his teammate. Brown's wrist shot saved by Cisna. Rebound, he scores! Ian Brown! Another second chance opportunity for him, and the Panthers lead 3-0.
And Ian Brown, his second goal of the game already. And wow, he's just an athlete, man. But usually when I feel like I'm calling out his name, he's making some sort of athletic play there. Just another second opportunity for him. Really just persistent right there. And the goalie for Eastern Kentucky has been really, really good today. All right, but just some of those plays, you just can't be ready for all of them. And that's just one of those plays. You're not always going to be ready. And it's unfortunate, but it's a great play by Brown.
So 3-0 Panthers lead after Ian Brown's second goal of the game. What a job he's done for the Panthers so far as they're going to head into their offensive zone. Not taking their foot off the pedal here. Trying to get going. Fallon slows it down. Knowledgeable play there. Ripley's wrist shot deflected away. Close opportunity. Fallon. Closed in by 2 defensemen. It's Scheffel and Nico putting pressure on, but he gets some help from some teammates. Across the middle. This wrist shot saved by Cisna. And a rebound, no good. A couple chances there. Cisna does his job to keep it out, though. And the Panthers just trying to keep putting on the board here and extend that lead to 4-0. Ringstad's wrist shot tipped away by Rintala. And now Fallon picks it up. Again, 2 defensemen collide on him. He gets some help from the Colonials, but he pushes him down. And the crowd loves it. They're getting hype on the side near the Panthers bench. Ian Brown behind the net. Brown sends it up in front. This was shot no good. Ripley on it, but it was blocked by a defenseman. Looked to be Scheffel on the deflection there. 6:46 left to play in the second. Ripley trying to get around, Ringstad trying to get around a defenseman, but it was poke checked away, and he sends it off the boards. Fallon grabs a hold of it in the offensive zone. Slows it down. Pass intended for Ian Brown. Just lost it. It's slapped away by Witherspoon and out of the zone as the Panthers are forced to reset. Ringstad dumps it back in. It's taken by Rintala into the neutral zone. In front of the net now. A couple defensemen get a stick on it and interrupt that play as Ripley chases after it. Gets a body on him but manages to get it away. Now cleared. No icing on it. Crowd doesn't like the no icing call there. Picked up by Cilia. Sent it to the neutral zone. It's Lynn now on it. 5:46 left to play in the second. Pass floats across the middle. Panthers take control again. Here we go. A little bit of a fast break opportunity. Tries to get around him. Was Turner, but he just couldn't slip by. And it's taken back by Daniels. Hard hit there, and the whistle blows. And they're going to go at it. Lynn didn't like that one, as it was a hard contact hit by what looked to be Pyatt. Whistle blows. And Pyatt and Cagle threw a body on it, but they're going to send Cagle to the box. So a power play coming again for the Colonials. As we await the official call here. 5:32 left to play, 3-0 Panthers lead. Physicality's keeping up here, Luke, and that hit right there proves it. And they're not going to send him into the box.
Now, I know Matt Cagle was the one that got sent to the box and was the one that made the hit,
exactly.
But and you can hear the fans not too happy with that one.
So he thought it was a penalty himself, but no call there on him. And we're going to keep it 5-on-5 between these two teams. Fans wanted a boarding call there, but no good. And we keep 5-on-5 regulation.
That's why fans aren't the officials.
And the Colonials now, as we keep this 5-on-5 play going, fans chirping a little bit, but we're going to keep it going with the energy. Both teams really want this game. 3-0 lead here for the Panthers, as Witherspoon takes control for the Colonials. Drops it back to his teammate, Daniels. Pressured by Ian Brown. Oh, here we go. An interception here by Fallon. Fallon's wrist shot off the crossbar. What an opportunity as the puck floated to him. And they're going to have it again. Tried to go for the backhand there with Schliebner, but it was stopped by Witherspoon. Picked up now by Schliebner. His shot missed wide, bounced off the boards. Ian Brown picks it up, sends it up top to a defenseman. That's Lindauer. Poke checked away by Rintala. And now chasing it down is Rintala and Schliebner. Schliebner throws a body on it. Rintala loses a stick. Puck floats in front of the net. DiFilippo does a great job to grab a hold of it into the glove. And we've seen that glove all night long so far. It's been his strong suit. And he does a great job there to keep that puck out of the net.
And I know in baseball it's a golden glove, but I'll say tonight, Steven DiFilippo, he has the golden glove.
No doubt about it, Luke. 4:21 left to play. 3-0 Panthers lead here in the second. And a face-off in the Panthers defensive zone. It's going to be Pyatt taking on Cilia for this one. Cilia's been a pretty strong suit guy for these guys, for the Colonials so far on the face-off wins, and he'll do it again that time. Does a great job using his body. Now Evangelista on the offensive zone. Evangelista's with shot save made by Cisna into the chest. And they're going to have a face-off now in Panthers offensive zone. So no line switch now. Everyone stays on the ice. And they're going to look to pick up right where they left off.
And the Panthers already scoring 3 goals today, but it could be a lot worse here if it weren't for the strong goalie play here.
Face-off won by the Panthers. Backhand by Murphy, missed wide. And they dump it back into the zone. Behind the net. Going at it again, tangling themselves up. That time looked to be Nico and 2 Panthers players. Evangelista throws the extra body on it, and the puck dangles loose as Daniels picks it up. Trying to send it out of the zone, but the Panthers doing a great job of keeping it in. Finally, Boatwright will do a job. Nico with it now on the left side of the ice. Nico tries to dangle around, but it looked to be Fedorov stopping him. Great hit there by Murphy, putting the body on Nico. And here we go, a fast break opportunity. Coming across the middle, he lost it. Oh, what a chance that was for Clark. He had the fast break, but just lost it as he tried to switch it to his backhand, and it floated right into Cisna's legs.
Oh, and he slams the stick in frustration, and I can feel that all the way up here from the booth. I mean, that's just one of those plays where you really, really wish to get those back. He was wide open, nothing but ice, and I mean, those are the kind of plays where you just got to put it behind you because you're not going to get it back, but that is rough.
13-7, 3:17 left to play in the second here. Off the face-off, that shot off the legs of Cisna. It was Marchiota on it, and this puck deflects up into the netting. So another whistle here. A lot of whistles here in the second compared to the first, as there have been a lot of attempted clears and a lot of random deflections that have forced this puck up into the netting, forcing stoppages. So we're going to have another face-off outside Colonial zone. This time it's Rintala for the Colonials and Pearl again for the Panthers. We've seen that matchup so many times. It's been a great one, very entertaining to watch, but here comes Pearl, his wrist shot, save off the left leg of Cisna. Another great opportunity for him, but just can't get one to drop. Couple defensemen come and help for the Colonials, but the Panthers poke check it away and gain control. Up top, this wrist shot, save off the glove as it almost rebounded into the Panther stick, but a great job by Maxfield to slap it away. Dangling around behind the net now, it's Ringstad. Couple defensemen throw a body on it. Scheffel sends it up to Cross. Cross's wrist shot, lost it on the shot as it rolls behind the net. Marchiota slaps it up. It's stopped by Rintala. He dumps it back in. Panthers trying to clear it. Kept in by Younger now. Younger sends it around the boards. Ringstad picks it up. It's picked back up by Cross. Cross loses it. It floats into the middle. Picked up by Ripley, and here he comes into the offensive zone. Ripley, 1:55 left to play. He tries to pass it out in front to his teammate, Riggio, but just couldn't hold on to it. Riggio's pass out in front, didn't go. Now a chance for Ringstad. His wrist shot missed wide over the right side of the net, and this puck's going to roll down the boards all the way into the Panthers zone. No icing call. Ripley with it. Looking for some teammates, he'll find one. That'll be Gorski, he finds. Gorski now on a foot race, poke checks it away as he was trying to beat Cilia, and he will. Now trying to hold on to it is Fallon. Looking for a call as they got tangled. No whistle blown. Sent back up to Schliebner. Schliebner's shot hit off the skate of Younger. Back up to Schliebner. His shot missed again. Fallon picks it up off the rebound. Pushed back by Lynn. This chance in front of the net, no good. Brown tries to chase it down, but it's cleared before he can get there. And this puck goes down into the Panthers zone for an icing. So 55 seconds left to play. 3-0 Panthers lead. And another face-off coming in in the Colonials' defensive zone.
And High Point, they have been on point today. No pun intended, but they have really been on their game. Just as a team, they've. I mean, I just got to say it. They've been the better team for two periods, clearly. Even with the penalties, even with some of the slow starts, they have been the better team today. And they just need to hold on here for these final 55 seconds in final period.
Fallon and Cilia on the face-off there. Puck floats out of the zone, but it's smacked back in by Schliebner. And the whistle blows as the helmet of Witherspoon came off there. And no beef there between Fallon and Cilia. They were laughing it off a little bit.
And if the helmet flying off of the player's head doesn't really, flying off Witherspoon's head doesn't really sum up this game today, I really don't know what does, because that is a perfect representation of how this game has been. Just a whole lot of flying all over, whether it's been pushing each other, the puck, just going up and down, whole lot of it.
Fallon and Cilia again on the face-off. This time Fallon wins it. Tries to sneak it around the defenseman, but couldn't as it's taken away by Daniels. 39 seconds left to play in the second. Lynn with it. He'll send it off the boards. It's smacked back in by Schliebner and picked up around the net by Daniels. Daniels sends it off the glass. It's stopped by Fallon. 22 seconds left to play. They're looking for their last chance of this game, of this second period. Gorski sends it off the boards. It's up top to Schliebner. His wrist shot deflected away. Brown tries to chase it down. Daniels will come away with it as he tries to clear it. Sends it up to his teammate, Boatwright, who sends it and dumps it into the zone. Cilia chasing it down. It's sent back up into the Panthers zone. Gorski, a late hit as the second period comes to an end. But no scrapple at the end. Just, oh, here we go a little bit. It's Lynn again involved.
And who else?
This time looked to be Lynn and Fedorov. Lynn and Lindauer. But as the second period comes to a close, no fight will end it. 3-0 Panthers lead. We'll be right back here in the Greensboro Ice House. Live back here in the Greensboro Ice House. It's time for third period action here between the High Point Panthers and the Eastern Kentucky Colonials. I'm Jimmy Rosselli, followed by my partner Luke Lee. Luke, it's been a very action-packed game so far. 3-0 Panthers lead. It's been pretty much all Panthers offensively when it comes to finishing, but the Colonials have had a couple great chances, especially in the second period, to try and cut that deficit down. They're just not doing it. What are you expecting here in the third period coming up?
Honestly, I expect the trends to continue, especially on the goalie sides of it. I mean, they've both been outstanding here, and we look at a 3-0 score and we say, hey, you know, things could be getting out of hand for Eastern Kentucky, but man, it could be a lot worse. There have been a ton of goals that have been saved by their goalie, and he's been outstanding. DiFilippo has been absolutely outstanding, hasn't made a mistake all night. It's just been great.
And DiFilippo stepping in as he was a backup for Podolski and now doing such a great job for the Panthers so far. We'll see if he can keep that up. Along with the other side, Cisna, he's made a lot of great saves tonight. Let that scoreboard trick you a little bit with that 3-0 lead. He has been phenomenal besides those 3 goals and definitely kept them in this game so far. And here we go on the faceoff. It was Ian Brown and Cilia. Colonials will win it. And a little bit of a fight in the neutral zone, but it'll dangle back in over into Daniel's stick. And we are off to third period action here in the Ice House. It's Boatwright sending it to his teammate, Cilia. Cilia's wrist shot saved by DiFilippo. And Cilia holds on to it. He crosses in front of the net. This shot deflected up off the stick of Gorski and into the netting. So a face-off here in the Panthers' defensive zone with 19:31 to play.
And if you're Eastern Kentucky, I mean, outside of a goal, that's probably best case scenario because it gives you a chance to regroup, get some new guys on if you need to, get some fresh legs, and then run out there with a face-off. It's been very, very even tonight in that department. So you got about a 50-50 chance of it going your way and being able to set up on offense in your offensive zone.
And that Cilia and Pearl matchup happening again here on this face-off. It's been so back and forth. We've mentioned it a couple times so far tonight. And they've been pretty crucial players for the teams on both sides so far. But Cilia is going to get the win on this one. Boatwright trying to hold on to it. Lost it. Cilia tries to slap it onto that right leg of DiFilippo, but no good as we're going to head the other way. It's Marchiota trying to outskate the 2 defensemen. Forced outside as he'll slide into that board pretty hard. He's all good, though, as he gets up. And Daniels takes control for the Colonials in the neutral zone. Sends it over to his teammate. That's Boatwright. Boatwright shot deflected off of Lindauer's stick and back behind the netting. Picked up by Riggio. Trying to start something for the Panthers now. It's Riggio, followed on his right is Pearl. Now behind him, it's poke checked away by Witherspoon and into the neutral zone. Sent back into the stick of Schliebner. And they're forced to reset. 18:41 to play here in the third. 3-0 Panthers lead. Lindauer in the neutral, that is Murphy in the neutral zone. His wrist shot saved off Cisna's pad. And it's picked up now by Witherspoon again. Puck goes right back into the hands of Cisna. He decides not to cover it up, slaps it away to his teammate, and here comes the Colonials. Rintala. Body was thrown on it. That was Kavicka. Keeping control is Nikro. Now coming into the offensive zone is Evangelista. Poke checked, stopped by Maxfield. And a little bit of a scramble. They're throwing bodies instead of the puck here. They're trying to tangle up on each other. Refs have been letting them play a little bit so far. Oh, and a very hard hit by Nico on what looked to be Fedorov. It looks like he's going to go to the box for that one. Yes, he is. So a 5-on-4 power play coming for the High Point Panthers. This is exactly what you want if you have a 3-0 lead. You want, you're going to have to take that hit. If you're Fedorov, great job on him to kind of just take that hit, know he's going to get the penalty for it, and now you have a great chance for your team.
And that shows a really strong mental fortitude right there, and it shows selflessness for your team because you're going to take one for the team. And guess what? Now you're up a guy, and you're up 3 goals. You got that for 2 minutes. That's crucial here.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, you're killing time by just holding on to this puck, even if you don't get any scoring opportunities. So holding on to it a little bit longer than he wanted to was Fallon. Trying to send it over. Ian Brown takes control. Looks to drop back to his teammate, fakes him out, takes it the other way. Riggio and Brown chasing it. Riggio comes up with it. Riggio's wrist shot. Save made by Cisna. Pass back out up top. That was Ringstead sending it down to the wing. That's Fallon. Slapped away by Ian Brown. You saw the speed there as he beat him to it. Brown trying to make a move. Forced away by the defenseman. Sends it over to his teammate. That's Gorski. Gorski with it in front. Gorski's wrist shot off the right pipe. Rebound. He scores! Nick Fallon. 4-0 Panthers lead.
And tonight has been the night of the second chance, man. There's been nothing going to plan here for either teams, and 3 of the High Point goals have been second chance opportunities.
That is 3 second chance opportunity goals. Let's take another look at this one. First shot, no good. Rebound by Fallon. There it is. Gets it a drop. 4-0 Panthers lead, and all the momentum suddenly switching towards this left side of the ice. On the face-off there, that's Pyatt going up against Rintala. Panthers win it. Sends it up. Pyatt couldn't hold on to it as it's going to get dumped into the Colonial zone. Daniel swings it around to his teammate. That's Cross picking it up. Trying to get it out of the zone. Slapped back in by Ringstad. And now into the Panthers zone. Trying to hold on to it, but a little bit of a back and forth movement here for both teams. Hard collision. Puck still loose. And looks like the whistle blows here for what looks to be a face-off on an offsides. So 16:27 left to play here in the game in the third period. 4-0 Panthers lead, and it has been quite an action-packed start here in the first 4 minutes.
And you're right, you are here. Not a lot of action in the second period, but definitely picked up here in the third.
And there was almost another chance for a second chance opportunity, but it floats away and slapped away by the defenseman. And here come the Colonials now on the attack. Trying to dump it in, he will. And it's going to be an icing as he was behind the red line there on that toss. Nobody touched it. Panthers beat him to the puck, and they will send it the other way into the Colonials' defensive zone with a 4-0 lead.
Just another opportunity here for High Point to try to lay it on here, at the very least kill some time. 16 minutes up, 16 minutes left. You're up by 4 goals. I mean, you're in a basically as good a position as you can be.
Taking the face-off is Murphy for the Panthers, and Rintala again for the Colonials. This is Daniels trying to send it up top. Won't find him. And here they go again. It's the Colonials. Nico trying to hold on to it. He lost it. And the Panthers take control in their own zone. Schliebner sends it up. Trying to hold on to it was Clark. Panthers keep control. It goes back to Clark. No offsides. Rips a shot was Evangelista, but no good. It was very close to being an offsides there. I almost think he missed that one. But it doesn't matter as that shot misses wide, and we have a face-off in the Colonials' defensive zone.
That's a line we've said quite a bit today here. A lot of time spent in the Colonials' defensive zone, and they've played a lot of defense today. And that's just been the difference here. I mean, there's been a whole lot more opportunities for High Point on offense compared to Eastern Kentucky.
Cilia on the face-off against Pearl once again, the assistant captain. Pearl and the captain for the Colonials, Cilia. It's been a little bit of a matchup of captains all night long. We loved watching those two face off against each other. Two talented players showing off their skills each and every time we see them go up. Now it's going to be Marchiota sending it back over. Looking, pass was intended for his teammate. Cilia beats him to it, slaps it down the ice, and another icing call as the Panthers are the first to the puck. So we head back to the Colonial zone once again there, Luke, with 15:11 left to play in regulation, and 4-0 Panthers lead.
If you're High Point, you'll take that all day, every day. Gives you a chance to slow down a little bit and just maybe make some changes if you have to. Don't make any there, but if you have to, you can make some changes, just regroup, and then get an offensive face-off. I mean, there's nothing much better than that.
On the face-off, dumped in by Riggio. Picked up by what looked to be Pearl, but a couple of defensemen beat him to it. And now Lynn takes control for the Colonials, sending it off the boards into the neutral zone. It's stopped by Fedorov. Hard hit there by Boatwright. He looks for a chance. Pass across the middle was intended for Cilia, but he couldn't get there for the one-timer. And that puck floats back out into the neutral zone, heavily chased down by Marchiotta. Colonials keep control. 14:33 left to play. Another hit there. These two are just going at it, and they get tangled up. And the whistle blows for a penalty.
And a little bit of a skirmish right there going on. Trying to break it up here, but
a lot of trash talk. Marchiotta heads to the penalty box for the Panthers, and after the play, they're still talking and getting in each other's face a little bit. That was Lynn and what looked to be Ian Brown. It's just a back-and-forth physicality game. It's a 5-minute major here on Marchiotta.
And who else here? Who else but Lynn for Eastern Kentucky?
I'd like to point out this is the biggest opportunity that this team can have. A 5-minute major. If you score a goal, it stays. This is a problem for High Point. So a big opportunity for the Colonials to try and get these goals back, try and cut the deficit down. You got 14 minutes left to play in the third. Plenty of time, especially with the 5 minutes on your side of 5-on-4.
It's one of those mental mistakes if you're High Point that you got to avoid here, especially up 4, to a team that can score, especially on the power play.
Short-handed is Skorsky coming across the ice. He's holding on to it. I don't know if he's trying to kill time or look for a shot there. He almost had both. But when in doubt, he's going to get some clock chipped off there as Rintala takes it back for the Colonials. Lost the puck there. Slapped away by Ringstad and into the netting. And forces a stoppage of play.
And High Point has been so good at the power kill today. And especially against this team, I can't stress it enough. This is a team that has scored 18 goals off of the power play this year. And to stifle them for 0 for 3 up to this point is unbelievable.
If there's any chance to show it, it's right now, Luke. Show that power play strength with this 5-minute major. 4:13 left on it, 13:38 left in the regulation. Cilia sends it up to his teammate. His wrist shot, saved by DeFilippo, rebound, he lies down and stops it. What a job by DeFilippo. He's been incredible. He throws his stick. He's not happy with what's going on after the play. What a job he's done so far. Oh my goodness, what a chance that was.
And you can hear the hands on the glass right now. They are going crazy for DeFilippo. Oh my goodness, he has been great tonight, and that play just sums it up. Giving everything up.
And here it is again. Little off timing on it. We're going to go back to a face-off here. 13:30 left in the regulation. 4:02 left in the game. In the 5-minute major, excuse me. Panthers win the face-off. And that shot's covered up by Cisna. And we're going to have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Panthers. Fans are letting the refs know right now they are not happy for the Colonial side. Panthers, on the other hand, not too mad about what's going on for them as they lead 4-0 here in the third. It's a very high-energy environment for 12:30 in the morning down here in North Carolina.
Absolutely electric, and that's what we love to see.
We played through the day, Luke. Played through the day. Started yesterday, finishing today. What a game so far for both sides. And another hard hit. These two fall down over each other. That was Rintala and Pyatt tripping over each other. Great job by the Panthers to clear it again. They are chipping off this clock. 4-0 lead. There's really nothing else they should do but just try to keep this lead and keep the pressure on the Colonials. And they're doing a good job so far. Let's see if they can keep that up. Coming into the offensive zone is Daniels. Daniels tries to drop back to a teammate. It's Lynn. Lynn sending it to cross. Poke checked away and sent out, forcing them to reset. Lynn lost it, found it, sent it off the boards to his teammate. Younger picks it up and sends it over to cross. Heavily pressured by Riggio. And they force him to lose it almost, but it's picked back up by Daniels. And in the neutral zone, Younger sends it down over to Lynn. Lynn pushed away by a couple Panthers defensemen. Off the boards. Kept in by Younger. And now this shot bounced up over the boards there, but stays in play. And Schliebner with it now. Schliebner looks to take it up there, shorthanded, hits off the skate of his teammate Riggio. Hard hit. No call, stays up. Shakes it off. Schliebner took it hard, but he shakes it off. It's a very strong play there by him. Trying to get him back. Great poke check to make up for it. Boatwright, his shot. Hit off the save. Hit off the blocker by DiFilippo. And bodies are really starting to get thrown here. A chance out in front. His wrist shot saved by DiFilippo. Second chance, no good off the stick. And here they go. They're going at it a little bit in front of the net. It's Lynn and Cilia pushing down what looks to be Schliebner. But he gets up again. Schliebner's been taking a couple of hits here late in this third period, but he is getting up and continuing to play hard. Got to give him credit.
And you can say a lot about either of these teams, all these guys. You can say a whole lot about them. But one thing you can say is that they aren't tough. These guys are tough. They have taken a beating all night. These guys have been going at it, and they keep going at it because they love this game.
Yeah, Schliebner took a big hit early on in that play, got up, came back, made a big poke check. DiFilippo made 2 great saves, and then he got hit again by 2 defensemen and nearly jumped there. But he's still playing. He's still got some heart there left in him. And with 11:24 left to play and 1:55 left on this 5-minute major, the Panthers looking to keep the pressure on and keep chipping away the clock on the Colonials as they are forced to try and get some goals left as we head to the halfway point of this regulation of the third period. So here comes Gorski for the Panthers. He slows down, realizing he just wants to chip away at this clock, doesn't need a goal, slows it down, sends it back to his teammate in his own defensive zone. Picking it up, sending it across is Fallon. Off the boards, it's picked up by Maxfield. Pressure by Gorski. Maxfield and Gorski go at it. It's sent over to Colonial teammate Nico. Nico's shot, saved off DiFilippo's left leg. Chasing it down is Kavicka. Kavicka sends it up off the skate of Rentala. Rentala dumps it in. It's off the top net. And they're forced to stop play here. So 10:26 left to play in the third. And 58 seconds on this 5-minute major. The Panthers have done a strong job so far. Let's see if they can keep that up, Luke.
And not only have they done a strong job in terms of just playing defense and keeping them out of the goal, but they've possessed the puck here. They've been moving the puck here. They've been doing some things on offense. And that's when you're down on a man. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, definitely a very good job by the Panthers so far. But let's see if they can keep this up as Boatwright tries to make a move there, but just couldn't slip by. Hard hit on the boards. Puck dangles loose into the neutral zone. Here we go. It's a fast break for Evangelista. Puck beats him down towards past the ice, past the goal line, and he's forced to reset, and he does a great job. That's a high IQ play by Evangelista to send it back to his teammate. 4-0, they lead. They don't need another goal. What they need to do is get rid of this 5-minute major, and that was great job by him to send it back out to his teammate with now 25 seconds left on that 5-minute major.
And you said it, Jimmy. I mean, that is as smart as a play as you can. It's smart and it's selfless. Very, very selfless. Can't stress that enough.
Daniels on the wing. Makes a move around the defenseman. That was Ripley. Ripley chases it back down. Poke checks it away off the boards. Ringstad chases after it. It floats back into the Colonial side. He rips a slap shot. That was Younger on it, but DiFilippo makes a save with that right leg. The Panthers take control. It's Evangelista. Trying to hold on to it. He sends it right back. Evangelista's shot saved by Cisna. Rebound save made by Cisna. 2 big ones. A couple more chances as he's continuing to keep that puck out of the net. And the puck rolls loose. Oh, and the ref falls. Oh, and another ref falls. Oh, Lord. It's madness in Greensboro tonight. Both refs wipe. It's hard to keep the control here. Everyone's okay. What a job this has been so far.
It's all the action getting to them. It's too high stakes.
And the refs, man, a lot of tip my cap to them. They do a great job hustling their butts off for 3 periods straight. I mean, it's not easy.
Especially in a game like this, I mean, where it's just been so back and forth and just as physical as it has been, to be impartial and to really just do the job they've done. Great job.
And there is some trash talk between some fans going on down here, and pretty showing the energy right now. I don't know. It's getting a little heated in this environment. I think fans are forgetting it's 12:35 in the morning, folks. Let's calm down. I'm ready to go to bed.
And you know what, Jimmy? I'll second you on that one. I'm trying to go to bed, too. It's been a long one.
We're gonna have another 5-minute major, Luke. This is a crazy game so far.
And is it on High Point? It looks like it.
It looks like it's gonna be on High Point.
It's gonna be on High Point. Wow.
They're talking it over. But what a turn of events this has been in the last 45 seconds.
That's crazy.
Of the game, of course. It's been
Two
about 3 minutes.
5-minute majors. Back to back.
Yeah, this is another big chance for the Colonials. Again, a goal will not wipe away a 5-minute major. They're going to have those all 5 minutes. So by the time they finish this power play, there'll be 4:04 left in the game. 4-0 lead Panthers. 4-0 Panthers lead over the Colonials. It's been an entertaining game, and the refs are laughing over there. They do not take it too serious, which is good because it looked like 2 pretty hard falls there. Environment still staying energetic.
Glad to see they're okay.
As we await the next face-off. That penalty's on Joey Riggio, the freshman for High Point University. Been very strong for this Panthers team so far in this game, but he's going to suffer his first penalty of it. And Panthers are looking to try and just keep this pressure on the Colonials, clear the puck when they can. And that's the first success of the night for them. Of this power play, of course. Rintala takes control behind the net. Here comes Rintala. On the wing, his wrist shot, save made by DiFilippo. Continuing to dominate on that right blocker into the glove. I mean, he literally hit it with the right blocker, went into his glove, and he held on to it. Just great control by that goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah, he's had multiple goals where he's had to use his actual glove to stop the puck. It hasn't been just him putting his pads out hoping for the best. No, it's been him going out there and grabbing it. Oh, Steven DiFilippo, he has been awesome tonight. Looking to shut out
Cilia.
EKU.
And we're going to have another face-off. Here comes a face-off win for the Colonials, and they're going to tip it away. Panthers do a great job there. And a force to reset are the Colonials. On the other side now, Witherspoon sends it back to his teammate, Rintala. 8:13 left to play, 4:08 on the 5-minute major. Here comes Rintala in the neutral zone. Now in the offensive zone, tries to dump it in, but DiFilippo scoops it up and holds on to it. A little bit of back and forth on that side. Lynn sent it back to DiFilippo. He kicked it right back at him. This is a chirpy game tonight, Luke. It's very chirpy. You got to love it. You got to love the heart and spirit they're showing on both sides.
Things can get petty here and there.
Now up top. Daniel's shot, no good. Rebound, no good again. DiFilippo. Cilia went after it. Just couldn't get there. And the Colonials are forced to reset as this puck dangles loose into the neutral zone. 5-on-4 still for another 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Cilia takes control, pass across the middle. A chance, he scores! Boat right. Gives them their first goal of the game and cuts that deficit down to 3.
Shout out to Logan Boatwright. Shout out to Eastern Kentucky. Nice goal right there. But if you put your goal into so many positions where you're man down, I mean, eventually one of those is going to go through. And it's unfortunate that it happened, but you can't really do much there. Steven DiFilippo has been excellent tonight, and
no doubt
that goal is not going to take away from that.
He's been phenomenal all night long. And I didn't want to talk about it before because I'm a big believer in the broadcaster jinx. I did not want to talk about that shutout at all. I avoided the word. I avoided the S word the entire game. Sad to see it come to an end here. But now Cilia on another chance. Cilia's shot. Save and a rebound. He scores! Aiden Lynn gives them their second goal in just what looks to be 15 seconds. 4-2 Panthers lead.
And we talk about the second chance opportunities, and that was one there. Just bounces up there. Lynn takes a good opportunity. They really rushed the goalie there. They could tell he's a little bit flustered, a little bit upset. The fact that he just gave up that first goal, and then they take advantage of it and just rush through.
But this is where big players are made. If you're Steven DiFilippo right now, you got to control yourself, take a deep breath. You know you let that goal in. It's okay. You just got to make sure you're not losing your head right now. And that's one of the things that he needs to make sure he does, because if he doesn't, this game could get really out of hand.
And what makes me confident that he will is the fact that throughout this night, with all the emotions running high and, all the trash talk, all the hits, the one guy who has been steady throughout the night, who has been calm, it's been Stephen DiFilippo. I very much believe that he will be able to continue to do that. And he's been excellent. I mean, obviously right there, just once again, another play where you can't really put it on the goalie. When you get rushed like that, that is very, very hard to defend. And if anything, it was just a really good shot by Aiden Lynn. Shout out to him.
And the Panthers are forced to use their first timeout. And they got 24 seconds left on that. They're going to try and regroup, stop the momentum. Great job by Coach there to call that timeout. Knowledgeable of the fact that momentum kind of changed and switched towards the way of the Colonials. Shifted towards the Colonial side. And I don't believe we know that the clock is running here on the 5-minute major right now on the scoreboard.
This is what happens when you put yourself in positions and you got all these penalties.
So here we go. After that goal, 2 straight goals for the Colonials. That 5-minute major still up there. 2:25 left. This could get real interesting, Luke.
Oh, very much. You got 7.5 minutes. I mean, that is forever, especially with 2.5 minutes left for the major penalty. I mean, for how good High Point has been in the penalty kill, we talked about it early on. Eastern Kentucky is really good at scoring goals when they have a man advantage.
And they fixed that number, Luke. It's actually 3:25. Not your mistake. It did say 2:25 on it, but the scoreboard was running during that timeout by mistake. So 3:25 left on that 5-minute major. On Joey Riggio's 5-minute major there, as he's still in the box. 7:17 left to play in the third. 4-2 Panthers lead. 2 straight goals for the Colonials in the past 45 seconds or so. What a chance for the Colonials here in this 5-minute major. Here comes Rintala into the offensive zone. Heavily guarded. Forced to send it behind the net. The Panthers pick it up and clear it. Great job there by Ringstad to clear that puck. 2:49 left on the 5-minute major now. 6:50 left in regulation. 4-2. Panthers lead. Here comes Daniels for the Colonials. Looking for his shot. Hits off the skate of Ringstad. Forced into the corner. Daniels tries to send it up to Cilia. Lost it as it's poke checked away. This wrist shot missed wide as it's Nico's wrist shot. Picked up by his teammate Rintala. He keeps control for the Colonials. That shot was hit hard but just missed wide. Chasing after it was Nico. Slapped in again by what looked to be Rintala and tried to get picked up by Cross, but he lost it. Down to 2:07 left in this 5-minute major. 6:09 left in regulation. 4-2 Panthers still lead. This is a game right now, Luke. 21. This is Boat right here moving in. Sends it over to Nico. Nico. Guarded by Lindauer. Puck floats in front of the net and dangles loose but nowhere near the net as it's picked up by Pyatt. Tries to get dumped out. Hard hit there made by Pyatt again. That time it was on Witherspoon, but the Colonials keep control. 1:35 left on this 5-minute major. 5:35 in regulation. Holding on to it. Great job by the Panthers to just kind of hold on to this puck and kill some time. It's getting a little action-packed for him. He knows that the pressure's starting to mount, and he wants to make sure he keeps this puck out of the hands of the Colonials. Lynn pressuring it along with Witherspoon. That's Nico now. Cross with it. Tries to send it up to a teammate, but it's picked up by Pyatt. Pyatt makes a move into the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Pyatt tries to dangle around. Looks like a tripping call. They're going to get it. They got the tripping call there. And all of a sudden, that 5-minute major is gone. As we're going to head to a 4-on-4 for 59 seconds. And then a 5-on-4 for the Panthers for 1:01. And that just could be the difference maker for the Panthers here.
And yeah, that is a huge play, a huge tripping call here on the Colonials because you still had a minute left here of 5-on-4 where you had the advantage. And now you're back at 4-on-4. So that advantage goes away. And then you're going to go back to being on the disadvantage.
And if we're looking at how the Panthers have played with 4 men on the ice, they've played very effectively when they're down a man. And now they're going to get back to even strength of 4-on-4. What an opportunity this could be for the High Point Panthers. Only 55 seconds of it, and then they're going to get their power play. 4:56 in regulation. Colonials win the face-off. Boatwright moves in. Boatwright pass out in front. Hard hit by Ringstead. Great job to put a body on it and stops it. A pretty decent opportunity for the Colonials there, but Ringstead says no. Fallon sends it over. Back over to Ringstead. Holding on to Gorski now. Gorski sends it over to Fallon. They're trying to kill some time. Fallon drops it to Gorski. Gorski back over to Fallon. Behind the net now. Looking to pressure is Cilia. Sends it over to Ringstad. Ringstad into the neutral zone. Cutting across the middle. Sees his teammate. Spinorama, no good on that shot. Rebound, no good as it slap shot hits off of Maxfield. What a chance that was. Ringstad dropped it off to Ripley on that play, on that spinorama, but just no good as he missed wide. So 4:03 left to play, 59 seconds on the Panthers power play now. 4-2, they still lead. And we're going to have a face-off outside Colonial zone.
And if you're High Point, just a really good position right here to try to put this one away, try to possess, try to just take advantage of the fact that you have more skaters. You have more skaters on the ice, and that puts Eastern Kentucky at a major disadvantage, as you would know.
Pass dangles out in front. DiFilippo keeps a hold of it, and a couple sticks slap at him after. He doesn't like it, pushes him away, and a couple Panthers get involved as well. Only 43 seconds left on this power play, 3:46 left in regulation.
And you don't like to encourage conflict. All right, that's the last thing you want to encourage, but when you got guys coming at your goalie, throwing maybe an extra stick there where they shouldn't, it's really encouraging to see your guys, your defensemen coming